Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey, and it is time to preview the Week 4 Cowboys game against the Cleveland Browns. As of right now, and you can bet the odds will change because they always do, the Cowboys are a 4.5-point favorite. So before we dive in and break everything down, I want you guys to predict the score for me. What do you think the end result will be? Now, as a reminder, we are still doing our giveaway, $25 if you are the first person to correctly predict the score. Now, I do want to make a couple notes here, by the way. Email cowboys@chatsports.com in order to be counted for this, because we've had people editing their score after the game ends. Why are y'all trying to cheat? Doesn't make sense to me. I want to give another shout out to David Cafferkey for getting the score right this time again. The first person who gets it right and emails cowboys@chatsports.com, hook you guys up with $25 via Venmo or whatever Cash App you guys use. And if the Cowboys win, I'm going to go 31-28. I will take credit, and I will get the money myself. That is my official score prediction. Now, as for why I've got the Cowboys winning this week, I will be upfront and honest. I am concerned. This is not your dad's Cleveland Browns team. They're not as bad as they were in the past. But some potentially good news is coming down the pipeline. It's not around Leo Collins. I think he might not play this year. Tyron Smith, though, expected to be limited at practice on Wednesday, working through the individual drills. He's missed the past 2 games. He's not yet cleared for full contact, but this is a significant development and progress step for the Cowboys and for Tyron Smith. The offensive line has gone through a bunch of different combinations, among the most in the NFL this year. I think their ideal option as we sit right now is if Tyron Smith can play, he starts at left tackle. You kick Brandon Knight over to right tackle because Terrence Steele lost 10 pounds due to the stomach flu. I think they want to keep Zach Martin at right guard, Connor Williams at left guard, and if you want to flip Looney or Tyler Biadasz, I think that makes perfect sense here. I think that's a really good idea for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the second option on the offensive line depth chart that the Cowboys could go to, I'm going to focus more on what if Tyron Smith is unable to go? What if he can't play? Well, in that case, I think they would keep Zach Martin out at right tackle. You keep Joe Looney at right guard, and basically your Tyron Smith can't play is the same offensive line we saw in Week 1 Week 3 that actually I thought fared better. I wouldn't mind still starting Tyler Biadasz. I just honestly don't know what this Dallas Cowboys team is planning on doing on the offensive line. There's so much uncertainty, it will truly be a game-time decision. Now, the Dallas Cowboys are going to have to protect their quarterback. Dak Prescott's gotten hit a lot. He's thrown for the most yards in the NFL. And in many of the weeks we discuss, we're going to focus in on a potential quarterback battle. Baker Mayfield, after a disastrous Week 1, has found his groove a little bit more. He's had that chip on his shoulder, and he's played well. But I actually think that the more intriguing player versus player matchup isn't how it works, but it's still fun to discuss, is actually in the backfield. Because Nick Chubb, on fewer carries, based on the 3-game sample size, actually kind of has significantly more yards. He has one of the best yards per carry averages in the NFL. Kareem Hunt is a little bit banged up right now for Cleveland. I think Nick Chubb, and with the way this Browns offense operates, they are going to feature Chubb heavily in this game. He is going to get fed a significant amount of touches. Now, he hasn't done much through the air. Zeke's got him beat on that one. But just purely in terms of 2020 and purely in terms of on-the-ground success, Nick Chubb has actually been the better runner. As weird as that might sound to say out loud, Chubb has outplayed Zeke. I'm not saying Zeke is bad. What I'm saying is that Chubb is actually one of the better offensive or better backs in the NFL. Now, we'll break down his offensive line and how well they have fared, but I've been very impressed with Chubb. And I know you guys are going to type in your E for Elliott. That's fine. Feel free. I still think overall he's the better back. But I think by the time this year ends, we're going to put Chubb in that discussion of that top 5, top 7 backs in the NFL. So get your votes in. E for Elliott or C for Chubb. Who is the better back right now? Now, as a reminder, for the final day of the month, we are still doing our jersey hookup deal with BetUS. Here's the deal one more time. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Cowboys125. Put that $100. That'll get you two things: a 125% deposit bonus, and if you are a new BetUS customer, a Cowboys jersey as well. If you want the details, email cowboys@chatsports.com. By the end of the day, you got until the end of the day here. It's only available for the month of September, so get in while you still can. Email cowboys@chatsports.com for those details. Let's compare these two offenses now, right? The Cowboys and the Browns, almost on opposite ends of the spectrum from what they like to do. The Cowboys, the number one passing offense, a lot of success. The Browns, the number one run defense or run offense in the NFL. But for the Cowboys, again, I think there's going to be opportunity to take advantage, have success through the air. I think that will happen. This Browns secondary is not great. I like Denzel Ward. Terrence Mitchell's okay. Thomas is Andrews and Dale should probably be benched. Ronnie Harrison isn't on the field. Once again, folks, the Cowboys' passing attack is going to be counted on. Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb. Whenever they're matched up man-to-man, I think all three of those Cowboys receivers are better than their Browns secondary counterparts. So, yes, you're going to need to throw it again. But you know what? I think you'll have success. Now, last week, I thought was going to be the breakout game for one CeeDee Lamb. As it turned out, it was the Cedric Wilson breakout game. But I'm going to shoot my shot here. I'm going to type in my CD in the comments section because I believe that the Dallas Cowboys are going to fully unleash CeeDee Lamb. He should be healthy. I know he kind of got banged up late in week 3. He should be fine. I think CeeDee Lamb will end up being the leading receiver for the Cowboys this week. Quickly here on the offensive line, I do want to make note that I am concerned. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we will see if Tyron Smith can play. If he can't, that means Myles Garrett gets his pick of who he lines up against. That worries me. Myles Garrett and this Browns defensive line, maybe it's not elite, but it's pretty damn good. Sheldon Richardson has made some plays. I like Larry Ojeanobi. I like Jordan Elliott. Olivia Vernon's a fine number 2. By the way, that Jay Jackson, that is former Cowboy Joe Jackson there. But Garrett terrifies me. I will not lie to you guys. He is one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. If Tyron Smith can't go, you better believe the Browns, if they're smart, are going to put Myles Garrett up on the edge against Brandon Knight. And if Brandon Knight can't go, maybe they try Zach Martin. They probably still try Brandon Knight regardless. That is going to be a difficult matchup for the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe a Chip Garrett and help with Zeke or the back as much as you possibly can. If you guys want live Cowboys coverage during the games, well, you've come to the right place. Hit that big red button and subscribe today. I promise you, no one has more fun during Cowboys games than we do here at the Cowboys Report. We bring the bar to you. We've had a lot of people love our live watch parties, so if you want to join, hit the big red button and subscribe today. Let's talk defenses now here. So look at how it impacts the Cowboys side. Now, look, I mentioned how you want to throw the ball. Browns have the number 5 rush defense in the NFL. 22nd, though, in pass defense. The issue is for the Cowboys is that, how do I put this delicately? They suck across the board. Bottom 3 in points per game. Bottom 10 in yards per game. Bottom 5 in pass yards per game. Bottom 10-ish in rush yards per game. Bottom 10 in takeaways. That's really bad. Now, if you want to recover from having a defense that allows a lot of yards, you need more takeaways. The Browns got 7. The Cowboys got 2. If you're Dallas, you need to have at least one takeaway. You're not going to win many games losing the turnover battle by multiple turnovers or giveaways. So get your votes in. How many takeaways do you think the Cowboys will have in Week 4? Now, I'll be honest, I would like just one. There is some offense-defense disconnect here. The offense has not scored early. They've gotten off to some slow starts. That has not set things up well for the Cowboys' pass rush to be able to be let loose and attack. Lawrence has played iffy. Aldon Smith's been great. Frankly, Tank's still been better than Griffin. Lawrence is getting pressure, just has not converted to sacks yet. The issue is, for me, this might not be the pass rush breakout week for everyone because it's actually a pretty good offensive line. Jedrick Wills, still a first-year player, but I like his promise. Jack Conklin has ability. I don't love his matchup. I think that he'll be able to at least handle his own against one DeMarcus Lawrence, so we'll see what ends up happening on that one. But I am intrigued to see how Conklin plays. He missed the Bengals game, so we'll see what happens there. Wyatt Teller, by the way, the right guard, has actually played great. Long story short, this is not an ideal matchup for the Cowboys and for the Browns in terms of not just the offensive line, secondary too. Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry haven't been utilized a ton, so I do wonder what's going to happen with the Cowboys defense. The strengths of the Browns match up well against the weaknesses of the Cowboys, and that is very troubling for me. Again, Anthony Brown, Cheeto, they're not going to play. Trevon Diggs and Darryl Worley and potentially Jordan Lewis on Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham, I don't like that particular matchup. So once again, folks, it's going to be a high-scoring game. If you're the Cowboys, you're going to once again need Dak Prescott to step up and emerge with a big game through the air. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.